Hi everyone, my name is Palma and you're welcome to Palma Tutorials. Today we have a fascinating topic to talk about. We are talking about the incredible journey of pregnancy, the various stages a woman or even the baby goes through during this amazing journey. And so either you are expecting, you know someone who is expecting, or you are just curious about the process. Yeah, stick and stay as we dive into this miraculous journey of pregnancy. Let's go. Yeah, so pregnancy is an amazing but complex, journey that has several stages, like a lot of stages. So from conception to birth, the woman's body undergo different stages at each point in the pregnancy. So let's dive into each stage and discover what actually happens at each particular stage. Let's just dive into it. So the journey begins with fertilization, right? When you talk of fertilization, it's basically when the sperm from the man meets the egg of the woman or the female, and then it fuses together to form something we call zygote, or the early stages of pregnancy. It's not a baby yet, though. It's not an embryo yet. It's called a zygote, and it's a tiny single cell, like a tiny single cell. And this single cell is what forms the genetic blueprint of the new life that the mother is bringing into being. And this mostly forms in the fallopian tube. If you've seen the structure of the female reproductive system before, I'll leave a picture on the screen. Yeah, it forms at the fallopian tube, and this is where the new baby or the new life starts from. The next stage is from zygote. So we've established the fact that at the beginning it's called a zygote, right? So the next stage, that's the first few days of fertilization, or the first few days you had unprotected sex and you are pregnant. The first few days, even before 1 week, is called a zygote. And so from zygote we move on to blastocyte. Don't let the words confuse you. Blastocyte is basically when the zygote is moving from the fallopian tube, it begins to divide itself small. That's where the ear is going to form, the mouth is going to, the hand, small cells, and then it begins to implant itself to the walls of the uterus. So it moves from the fallopian tube into the uterus, small, and then that's when you may experience implantation bleeding, because it will implant itself to the walls of the uterus. And if you are not careful, you may think you are menstruating, but that's not menstruation, that's implantation bleeding. Probably the cells or the blastocytes attaching itself to the walls of the uterus. Do you understand why sometimes you'll be bleeding and you think, but if I'm pregnant, why am I bleeding? It's basically nothing, it's just implantation. The blastocyte, or the small baby, or the small life now forming in you, is just attaching itself to the walls of the uterus. Okay, and this is basically around the end of the first week of conception, the first 1 week, the first few days of conception. That's when you experience this implantation bleeding, or the zygote becoming a blastocyte. Okay, blastocyte, just like that. The next stage is embryonic stage, embryonic stage, and this stage is between the first 3 weeks to the first 8 weeks. At this stage, most of the important organs are forming: the nose, the eyes, the ear, the heart, the liver. Those important organs begins to form in their body, and this is a very crucial stage in the stages of the pregnancy. And so you can lose your pregnancy easily at this particular point. Miscarriage is quite common, so you need to be quite careful if you are within this stage. From the first 3 weeks to the first 8 weeks, you need to be quite careful with your pregnancy, because most of the important organs are forming here. And yeah, you need to be careful, because most of the deformities, I think, start from this stage. If there will be any deformity, I don't want to mention any deformity at all, but if there will be any deformity, it's going to start from this stage. So from the first 3 weeks to the first 8 weeks, that's like within the first 2 months, you need to be extra careful, because that's the embryonic stage. That's when the embryo, is forming small. The next stage we want to talk about is fetal stage. So from the embryo, now the baby or the new life in your body is called a fetus, and the fetus is mostly from the 9th month. You see the embryo ends at the 8th month. So when we start from the 9th month or after 3 months to when you give birth, that's the fetus. And by the end of the 3rd month, most of the major organs have formed, although they have formed, but they are not grown yet, right? So they are still growing. Most of the development continues, but at this stage, the rate of miscarriage is quite less. Like it's not giddy like that, like compared to the embryonic stage. Although you still have to be careful, you still have to go to antenatal, you still have to call your doctor if you have any problem. But then, at this particular stage, you are okay, you are safe a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, the fetal stage. Now let's explore the 3 trimesters. We have the first trimester, the second trimester, and the 3rd trimester. When we talk about tri means 3. So the first 3 months, the second 3 months, and then the last 3 months, we all agree normal pregnancy is 9 months. So the first 3 months, the second 3 months, that's from the 4th month to the 6th month, and then the last 3 months, that's from the 6th month to the 9th month. So the first 3 months involves initial developments of the baby, and some of the symptoms you may experience is morning sickness. You woke up and you want to throw up. You want to throw up. That's some of the symptoms, and like fatigue and those things. Those are some of the symptoms you may experience in the first 3 months. And the first 3 months is quite critical because that's when major organs, like we said, are forming, and you need to eat well. In our next video, we'll talk about some of the food you should eat. Like I have a lot. We are doing pregnancy series actually, so yeah, you have to stick and stay. So the first 3 months is quite critical. You have to be careful. The second trimester or the second 3 months, at this stage, most of the important organs have formed and they are growing. So, but then you still have to be careful. And then at this stage, the fetus begin to grow a bit faster. So, like you begin to see the baby bump increasing day by day, like quite fast compared to earlier. And at this stage, the risk of miscarriage is quite less because most of the organs are formed, although they are still developing. Most of the organs are formed, and miscarriage is quite less. Then the final trimester or the last 3 months from 6th to 9th month is when the mother prepares to give birth. Although growth continues, the mother prepares there may be some discomfort on the part of the mother. You may feel some discomfort here and there. You can't sleep well, you can't sleep on your back. Like there are so many things the mother may experience at this particular stages, but still you have to be careful. And at this stage, most of the organs are formed actually, and then miscarriage is less, but you still have to be careful. The last stage we want to talk about is labor and delivery. When the mother is in labor and then so the baby comes out, that's basically the last stage of pregnancy. At this stage, mostly after 9 months, or is it 40 or 42 weeks? After 9 months, or if you go to antenatal, you may be told the day you should expect your baby. And a couple of videos I've watched, I've not given birth before, but a couple of videos I've watched, the mothers talk about when they are expecting their baby, so they know when they are expecting their baby. And so at this particular stage, the mother prepares to meet the newborn baby. Like there's a happy stage, the mother prepares to meet the baby. When the woman is in labor, you feel some uterine, or I never know how to pronounce this word. You feel some contraction, and then the cervix opens so that the baby can come out successfully. And after the baby comes out, the last part is delivery of the placenta, where the last portion of whatever is left inside the woman, the placenta, comes out, and then the woman is done. She has finished her work as a pregnant woman, and then she has delivered. And there you have it, a brief discussion on the various stages of pregnancy, what the mother goes through as well as what the baby goes through. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you're notified the moment I upload the next video. And the next video, I'm still talking about pregnancy. I may talk about healthy food for pregnant women, and I may also talk about how to manage morning sickness and a whole lot. So yeah, stick and stay. And if you enjoy videos like this, then you are welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, comment your suggestion in the comments section. If you know of anything I didn't say, let's learn, let's have fun at the comment section. Leave a comment and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. My name is Akosua and I'm out.